ice cream in general, but add the homemade, and then you add some of the other little things I'm seeing on this table, and we got a party here. So Hank Watson of Henry Edibles is here, and we're making ice cream, and we're adding some really unique ingredients.
Yes, yes.
So walk us through this, because I've never made ice cream before, believe it or not. I'm
Holy
deprived.
cow. Oh my gosh.
I had a terrible
How's that even possible?
childhood.
How's that even possible?
I know. So what do we do?
We're making chocolate Cabernet ice cream. So two of my favorite things, chocolate and wine. So it's really actually very simple. So we use cream. This is a cup and a half of cream.
So like a heavy cream?
This is heavy cream.
Okay.
This is heavy cream. Cup and a half of milk.
This is a saucepan. Would we normally be over a flame?
We would be over a stove, yeah.
Okay.
A flame, yep. So we're doing pretend TV stuff here.
Sure.
And I'm gonna set my phone down here because we were not prepared for that.
Okay.
We're gonna put sugar in.
Okay.
This is 2/3 cup sugar.
And we will have this recipe for you available, so don't worry about the measurements right now. And what else? What else is this?
This is cocoa powder. So we would whisk that up over medium heat until this all dissolves. Then we would take egg yolks. I'm not going to make a big mess here and do that. But we would mix up the egg yolks, and we take a little bit of this, and we would put just a small amount of it and whisk it in very little bit at a time, so that we temper the egg yolks. So we don't want scrambled eggs. Because if we just put the egg yolks right into the hot mixture, you'll end up with scrambled eggs in there.
So you're taking a little bit of the heated up mixture, a little bit at a time, adding it in with the eggs so that they don't become all of a sudden scrambled when you plop them in.
Exactly.
Even I can understand and follow that.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
now, before we start doing that, we would take the entire bottle of wine and we put it in another saucepan and boil that down to a cup of wine.
Oh, really?
Just a cup. Right.
So that bottle of wine is just that amount
Just
after the heat. Okay.
Right. And then we would pour it in there. And then we'd put a little bit of vanilla in.
Now, let me ask you from a perspective of, say you have some kids who are like, ice cream. Is the alcohol, this is grown up?
This is grown up.
Okay. I just want to make that clear. All right. If you didn't want it to be grown up, you wouldn't put the cab in there. Okay.
Now, Paulette is going to join us.
Okay. Come on in, Paulette. And Paulette.
She's going to start scooping out some of this Cabernet ice cream.
Now, what is this? This is an ice cream maker.
This is an ice cream maker. And you would put your mixture in here after refrigerating a little bit, because you don't want to put it in there hot. So you would whir that up a little bit after it's cooled down. But an alternative, if you don't have an ice cream maker, this is what you would do. Now, this is bourbon bacon ice cream. Oh,
okay, so this is a whole nother kind, but oh my gosh. Okay, so you are able to make it without an ice cream maker is what you're about to tell us.
Yes.
Okay, so how would we do that?
You take this really cool flat whisk, and you would put this in the freezer, and after 30 minutes, you go in and you stir it.
Okay.
And then another 30 minutes, you go in and you stir it, and you want to keep stirring it, and you see how smooth that is?
It is.
Beautiful and smooth.
I'm thinking that would be good, not even all the way frozen, and you brought it at the point where you could still show us, otherwise you're stirring it.
Exactly. You wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't be able to stir it if it was completely...
There's bacon in there?
There's bacon in there, and there's bacon bits. You want to taste this?
That's amazing. Of course. Of course. So bacon bits and bourbon in this ice cream. Now, again, we want to say this is grown-up ice cream.
Right. It has bourbon in it, yes.
You can always make a different batch and mark it very well, right? Of course. Right. Okay. But I think I would like to try this one first, the cab, and then...
Absolutely.
I don't know where to go first. I see a lot of spoons, so I suspect we're going to get a few visitors here in just a few seconds here, but I'm going to try this one first. Okay. That is interesting and delicious, but very grown-up.
Yes. You can taste the bourbon.
In other words, it's kicking.
You can taste the bourbon for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes. This one, I've got to recommend that you try making this with the cab and the chocolate ice cream. I'm thinking I might even just pour some.
Now, I want you to take a taste of that. Put that in your mouth and take a drink of the Cabernet.
I'll do that. In the meanwhile, you'll be able to get this recipe and rewatch this segment at rivercitylivetv.com. Rance?